Hi everyone, it's Maddie from the Canadian Gap Year Association, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to spend a gap year locally. So to start off, I just wanted to clear the misconception that a gap year has to be this huge travel experience that you need to go abroad in order to have a fulfilling gap year, because that's just not true. You can have an amazing gap year locally. I think the beauty of a gap year is that you can tailor it to whatever it is you're looking for. If you don't have the budget for travel or travel just wasn't in your mind, there are so many ways you can enjoy your gap year in your city. So I just wanted to get that out of the way first, that it is absolutely okay to not travel on a gap year, and that staying in your city, staying locally can be just as fulfilling. So what can we do on a local gap year? So one of the first things that comes to mind for me when thinking of a local gap year is hobbies. I feel like a local gap year is the perfect time to either find a hobby or work on one you already have. I feel like it's such a basic question, but we're always asked, oh, what do you do for your hobby? And honestly, I've had times in my life where I had no hobbies, either just because I didn't have the time or I didn't have the motivation for one. So that's why I think a gap year is the perfect time to focus on it, because you have so much freedom. You don't have the restraints of school, work, or whatever it is. You really get to dictate how you spend that year. So it's the perfect time. You can find one if you don't already have one. You can look at different avenues, or if you already have one, you can work on getting better at it. And even for a little plus, if you're looking to make some extra money, you could turn it into a side hustle. You could monetize it, sell your skills. So a local gap year, it's the perfect time to work on your hobbies. Another great way to spend a gap year locally is just through exploring your city. So I feel like, especially growing up, a lot of us only see so much of our city, especially if you live in like a bigger city. Like I grew up in Calgary, so it's a pretty big city, a lot of different parts. I usually just stayed in sort of the downtown area, but like there's so much more to it that I had never thought of exploring, either just because by bus it was too far, or I just had no reason to go over there, right? But I feel like a gap year is a perfect time to do that. You can sort of explore all the niche little shops, the cool trendy neighborhoods, and just understand your city more and find some new places that you like. So some examples of this could include walking down trendy neighborhoods, volunteering, working, attending markets, community activities, local festivals and concerts, and trying some new restaurants. I feel like with social media becoming so popular nowadays, it's a lot easier to find sort of cool markets going on, new shops popping up. So especially with TikTok and Instagram, I'm constantly seeing new restaurants, new shops to try out. So I feel like there's always something that's opening up. There's always something to do. The city is always growing, so you're never going to be bored. A local gap year is also the perfect time to be spending time with your family and friends. Whether you're going to stay in your city for post-secondary or you're going to go to a different city, during your gap year is probably the time that you're going to have the most time with your family. Once school starts, once you start your career, whatever it may be, you're not going to have much time to see them. So during your gap year, it's a perfect opportunity to spend time building those relationships, mending those relationships, and just being around the people you care about. So to end this video, I just wanted to say that you create your gap year experience. Whatever it is you're looking for in a gap year, you can achieve that. No matter how big your gap year or how small your gap year is, doesn't matter. Your gap year doesn't need to be what someone else does. Dictate how you want to spend your time and what it is you're looking to achieve in the end. The Canadian Gap Year Association has so many helpful resources for those looking to take a gap year, those who are in a gap year, or those who have taken a gap year. The 4-step gap year planner is great. The game plan is great. You've got so much support from Michelle, the lady who runs the Canadian Gap Year Association. So overall, I just highly recommend it for anyone looking to take a positive gap year experience. Even on this YouTube channel, there are so many videos from so many gappers sharing their experiences and their tips and tricks. So go take a look at some other videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, but take care.